What's up, guys? My name is Ryan, and welcome back to Tales of Graces. In the last part, in the last part, stuff happened, and, well, when I was recording all these side quest videos, there was stuff going on in the background, and the first video that I did is completely unusable. It's just impossible to work with. It's broken, it's gone, it's done, it's finished. The next two videos, which I had combined into this one and then sped it up, there was no audio recorded. But then the final video for the side quests, it's working perfectly. It's fine, it's okay, it's super dandy. I've double checked it and stuff, I've rendered it out, it's all good. But yeah, so these two videos, actually this one video now, is actually two videos put together and then sped up really quickly, and it's all side quests, so obviously none of this matters. If you're even watching this, thank you, I really appreciate it, but it's completely unnecessary that you're watching this video right now. You can just jump straight to part 32, and it will leave off right where I left off in part 29 with just some extra titles and extra stuff that I get through the course of these side quests. What happened for the first side quest? For the first side quest, nothing too important. I think Sophie got a title and Hubert got a title. There wasn't anything really interesting that happened that I can recall, so I'm guessing nothing really interesting happened. Well, I just noticed that there's like a little teddy bear on the table? Dresser table? Oh man, I never noticed that. Anyway, I'm gonna take this opportunity to kind of talk about myself, I suppose. This is all done post-narration, if that wasn't completely and 100% obvious. I'm recording the audio afterwards and then putting it on the forward video, the sped up video that I already recorded and edited and rendered out. Alright, so my name is Ryan, if you didn't watch the first 3 seconds of this video and realize that already. I'm currently 18 years old. My birthday's in October, so I'll be 19 pretty soon. At the time of recording this, the audio at least, it's September 22nd. So that's a thing. It's September 22nd. My birthday is October 29th, so I'll turn 19 in 39 days. Woo! I work at a coffee shop, a local coffee shop, and I'm a barista there. So that means I do all those special fancy coffee drinks. I think that's about it for personal life. Things that I really love to do, obviously play video games, talk and entertain, and I'm a very big fan of the Pokemon TCG. I don't know if anybody follows that, but it's one of my very favorite things, one of the only things I'm very passionate about. Unfortunately, I did not make it to Worlds this year, even though it was pretty much in my backyard. It was a quick little ferry trip away. I live in Victoria, BC, and the Worlds were in Vancouver, so it's only like an hour-long ferry ride to where Worlds happen. I just didn't work out that way, or it didn't work out for me this year. Would have been too much money for me to go, and I couldn't justify taking that time off to go there. I would have really liked to, but that's okay. There's always next year, right? Let's see here. I should have made a list of stuff to talk about, but I didn't, because I'm an idiot and I kind of improvise everything as I go along. So, if you're not really following what's going on here and you're just here to hear me talk, that's awesome. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I don't know why people like listening to me talk, but hey, I'll keep talking for you guys, because it honestly does mean a lot to me that people are taking time out of their day to come and listen to me ramble on about useless shit that nobody really cares about, but they just want to listen anyway. For the side quest here that's going on, I'll talk about what's going on the screen for a little bit. We're about to start a side quest line, I think, if I'm at the part where I think I'm at. Where... No, I'm not. Okay. Never mind. Oh wait, yes I am. Okay, this is the Joe side quest line. This side quest line is actually quite funny. If you already watched part 32, you'll already see that there's a part of the Joe side quest line in part 32 that continues onwards from where these next couple of parts will lead off of. Anyway, this oh god, I was laughing so hard at this. I didn't do any of these side quests beforehand. I was pretty much just following a guide, and it sucks that the audio for this is all gone, or that it wasn't even recorded really, because I was having such a good time doing this, and now I'm just trying to find words to say and put on top of this BS. God, that infuriates me a little bit, but it's okay, it all works out. Let's see, anything else we can talk about here? What? Oh man, I did not come prepared for this. We're at 6 minutes only? I still have like 14 minutes to go. Oh, okay. I'll talk about what I plan to do in the future then, I suppose. I have Tales of Xillia still in its shrink wrap. I haven't even opened it. I'm really excited to start that, but I want to do it on YouTube just so that I have it recorded for my first take on that game. Because when I was playing Graces for the first time, I fell in love with the game, and I wish I was recording at the time so I could relive that kind of emotions, or not so much emotions, more so like I wish I could relive that experience over and over again for the first time that I played that game. Or this game that you're watching right now is the one I'm talking about. So that's what I want to do with Xillia. I don't know if I'll do that right after Graces or if I'll do like a shorter game, because these Tales games are long. Oh man, they just go on forever and a day. Forever and a day. That's how long we'll stay. That's a Pokemon song. It's called Together Forever. Let's see, what else is there to talk about now? Okay, well, yeah, there's the Xillia. Oh man, I just have the worst bit of ADD. Get on the fucking thing, thank you. God, I'm still annoyed, and I'm the one that did the stupid thing. I was even giving instructions as I went along for the way you're supposed to go. Whatever, if you're watching this, you're probably not playing along. You're probably only watching me for the sake of watching me, because you're my friends, and I appreciate it. So anyway, back to the Xillia thing. I don't know anything about it. I think one of the characters' names is Mila, or Mila, M-I-L-L-A. I cannot remember what the boy is. The girl main character, I think she's a girl main character, or maybe she's like a female support role, like Sharia or Sophie or Marta, Colette. Oh man, Estelle from Vesperia, Tyr from Tales of the Abyss. Either of them. She might be that kind of character, the female support role, love interest person, girl, lady. But again, I just honestly don't know. I haven't read anything about it. I don't know anything about Xillia, but I'm really excited to play it. So hopefully I'll get around to doing that eventually. I do want to finish Graces first, and I don't know if I'm going to record another game beforehand so that it's not just Graces, or Tales. Because right now there's a lot of Graces that I've been playing. I've been playing this a lot. Some videos take multiple takes, and I have to cut out a lot. Like if I fail and I'm cutting out a fail, it's usually like 4 to 5 fails that I'm cutting out, because I just refuse to grind in this game. I don't know why. Call it pig-headedness or ignorance or just stupidity, whatever you want to call it, and I'll agree with you, because I'm just an idiot. And I don't like getting into fights for whatever reason. I very much enjoy the combat in this game. I just feel that getting into useless fights aren't really worth my time, even though they most definitely are. I'll probably just have to get into the habit of cutting them out, but I don't like doing that. I don't like editing so much as I like to just play the video games and then render out the videos. If I have to edit them too, that just makes it less fun for me, but I know it's necessary at some points. But I try to avoid unnecessary editing, just because, oh yeah, this is the part where I got lost. I just decided to call it a day right here, and this is the next part. In this part, you have to go and play hide and seek with the kids, and I was so stoked. Look at that, there's Persea and there's Annis. Oh man, this is like, I was freaking out, and I'm still freaking out. I think that's the coolest thing ever. Little Persea, little Annis. Oh my god, this is so great. Oh yeah, I'm just like fanboying all over the place because of those two. So I was reading a guide for this. You want to talk to this guy, get a croquette, because you'll have to give it to a hungry guard later. And I'm not really gonna go over what I'm doing here. I should, but I'm not going to. Instead, I'm gonna just talk about random ass things, and if I get inspired or feel it's necessary to talk about what's on the screen, I will do so. But for the time being, yeah, what was I talking about before? Oh, I was talking about the games that I want to play. I have a lot of games that I really love. Most of them are actually like GameCube games or Tales games. GameCube games, that's like, I have Pokemon XD, which is like my favorite Pokemon game, or one of at least. I didn't spend so much time on that. I've spent a lot more time playing like Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, those games, 4th gen games. Man, I competitive battled so hard in those games, and they were so fun. Black and White, I didn't play much. Black and White 2, I actually completed the Pokédex in Black 2, which was crazy, especially for me. I just got really inspired, and I was like, I'm doing this. So I did that. I don't have any way of proving it, but just take my word for it. I don't see the point in why I would lie about that. But I did that. I completed the Pokédex in Black 2. I probably will never do that in X and Y, because that just took way too much effort. I had to transfer shit from Gen 3 games to Gen 4, and then wait a day and transfer to Gen 5, and ugh, it wasn't that fun. But okay. And then I had to stupid fucking find Meloetta. Ugh, whatever. Meloetta was the worst, because there wasn't even a Wi-Fi event for that. I had to like talk to online friends and trade it, and then trade back, because they're like, oh, I want it. Ugh. Anyway, it was a lot of fun. Completing the Pokédex in Black 2. I'm talking about Pokemon in a Tales game. Whatevs. That's just how I roll, yo. I'm white. I'm so white. I'm sorry. Yep. So the hide and seek game in Wallbridge, I'll talk about that really quick here. I actually had a lot of fun doing it. I read online that it was very, very difficult and people struggled with it a lot, and I can totally see why, because like every kid is freaking hidden and you just can't see them. So you have to know where they are in order to find them all. Otherwise you're just here forever. Because even when I knew where they were, the text box like wouldn't show up, or I'd miss it and I'd walk away, but I knew it was there, so I'd have to keep trying. But if I didn't know they were there, I just assumed nothing was there, or nobody was there, and I was in the wrong place. So that was a little frustrating, but with a guide it's pretty easy. Like this one, I think is like the only one you could actually see just by walking around, and even then it's very difficult to. You definitely have to know he's there. You could possibly accidentally run into him, but I don't know. It was very difficult, but it was a lot of fun because I knew what I was doing. So, oh yeah. So this is that guy. He needs some life bottles, and you get a feather badge. Feather badge is pretty cool. You can sell that for a lot of money. But oh, Annis! Oh, that's why I paused there. I was like, Annis, and I was like super excited. Anyway, I found Annis. She's from Tales of the Abyss. If you didn't know, she's a playable character. And Perseus from Tales of Symphonia. I don't see how you wouldn't know that if you follow Tales games at all. But yeah. Yeah. So I was pretty stoked on those two. And there's that random little girl. Oh, that's all of them. Sweet, I did it. That took a lot longer. I actually this video sped up 250%. So it's an extra time and a half sped up from what I was playing at and what everything else is. So there's about 5 minutes left to talk. I think I've been doing a fairly decent job at talking through this. I should talk more about how much I love this game, I guess, because I don't think I've really stressed how great this game is and how much I absolutely love it. First of all, I'm going to start by saying my favorite game of all time was Tales of Symphonia 2 Dawn of the New World. That was the first Tales game that I really fully played. I played Tales of Symphonia a little bit, but I never finished it. But I played Tales of Symphonia 2, and even if you don't play Tales of Symphonia, which I probably never will ever again, because that game is incredibly long and incredibly tedious and incredibly boring for me, because I just did not enjoy it. So I probably won't play that, but Tales of Symphonia 2 is amazing. It's a lot shorter than most Tales games, so that's kind of a bummer. If I was playing that and recording it at the same amount of time, I'd probably be almost finished it by now. It's probably about half the length of Grace's. Half the length? No, it's a lot more than half the length. I'm kind of talking on my ass here. It's probably around, if I had to guess, I'd say about a 30 to 40 hour long game. Whereas Grace's is probably along 50 to 60, I think. I did Grace's in about 40 hours without grinding and with no side quests and just putting the difficulty on easy, and just I lost a lot too. I still died on easy. How pathetic is that? But again, I didn't grind at all, and I was just doing it straight for plot, because that's why I love Tales games, is the plot. It's so good. That's the biggest selling point for me on Tales games, is how great the writing is and how great the plot is. But Tales of Symphonia 2 right now, I'll talk about that, is / was my favorite game of all time. And I'm saying / was because I think Tales of Graces might be tied with Tales of Symphonia 2, because it's so good. Oh my god. I just can't wait until I'm like finishing this game up so other people can watch this and experience the same kind of thing that I did, because it's so good. I love this game so much. I can't even describe it. I'm just going off and saying how great this game is, but without spoiling anything, you honestly just have to take my word for it. This game, it's good right now, but it gets so much better later on. Like, just the writing, the humor, the plot, the seriousness, and it's so good. Words that I find cannot do this game justice, is what I'm trying to say. And I feel the same way about Tales of Symphonia 2 with Emil and Marta. I think it's so good, and one of the best things about the Tales games is the characters' development and their relationship with each other. That's why I love Tales of Symphonia 2 so much, is because it focuses on only two characters, and it builds their character relationship up so freaking perfectly. Like, it's so good, and this game does the same thing, but with multiple characters. And it's not quite as detailed as in Symphonia 2, for obvious reasons. I mean, Symphonia 2, there's only two characters, and they spend the whole game focusing on those two characters with a bit of support from characters from Tales of Symphonia 1. But this game has its own cast, and they work so well together, and it's It's really good. The more we get into this game, the more you'll see what I'm trying to say, hopefully. That is, of course, if you're even watching this video, which if you're not, I don't blame you. And if you are, and you're still watching this video 20 minutes in, I really appreciate you. You are like my favorite kind of person. So, thank you so very much for, I guess, supporting me, or at least just watching and listening to what I have to say and do. It's awesome. It really truly is. And even if I just see like on my YouTube it's like 1 view or 2 views, God, you 1 or 2 people that are watching this, I love you. I love you so much. So at this point we're rounding up, we're nearing the end. The next stop is Orland Woods, that place where we fought the Nova Wolf. The very first place that we went as adults, as adult Asbel and with Malik. If you guys can remember that, it's part 8, I believe. We're going there. There's a side quest happening there. And this is pretty much the end of the video. So I want to say thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Tales of Graces. And I hope you guys have a fantastic day.